How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelate Pumpkin, and today we're at Home Goods for the Halloween 2023 selection, taking a look at all their brand new Halloween merchandise for this year. And they have a lot of stuff to get into, so let's jump right in with our first little area here with a ton of products. Starting off, we have this very strange looking human pumpkin and that awesome gold skull there. Back to this pumpkin guy, and wow, that is a very weird pumpkin. I would not understand why people would buy that. This skeleton guy is pretty cool holding a little pumpkin, and it does light up, but unfortunately there was no try me button in the store for him. But pretty cool still, like the little jack-o'-lantern he's holding for sure. Here we got a little stack of Halloween characters, which is pretty cool. I like the little ghost on top, you got the bat, and of course you got the jack-o'-lantern at the bottom. This color changing skull is pretty cool with that fancy top hat on for sure. I like the color changing effect. It looks actually really nice inside the skull. Really cool stuff from this one. Here we have this crystal ball that has been sold at tjmaxx, Home Goods, and every other store in this chain really for so many years now. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same every year, but it does have a very cool effect inside, which is pretty nice. Get a look at the little design there. Pretty cool. Here we got a lot of snake stuff now with that cobra, which is pretty awesome, and this skull pile with the snakes wrapping around it. That is awesome. Some more snake stuff down here. Here we got an Elvis skeleton, which is pretty funny, and there's also the Marilyn Monroe skeleton right next to him, which is pretty cool. Now here's something I really like, this giant eyeball being held by that skeleton hand there. This thing is really cool, and it does light up as well, but it's a little bit too hard to see the effect at all in the store. But I'm sure if you have it in the dark, it looks fantastic. So I'm a really big fan of this item right here, really awesome. This little pumpkin stack here is pretty cool and very classic looking. I like this little skeleton pumpkin here. Now here are these giant skull stacks, which look really cool. The gold one's nice, but I like the classic colored skeleton a little bit better. But the thing I really like here, of course, is that giant jack-o'-lantern stack. This one is really cool with how many jack-o'-lanterns are on it, and all the different faces are very nice as well. It is $100 though, not worth it in my opinion. Then here you have this cool little witch in a cauldron. And the legs are on a spring too, which is cool, so you could wobble it around as you could see there. Pretty neat. Now we have this big Happy Halloween party sign, which looks really cool actually. I like how that's shaped, and it does light up too, which is awesome. Here we have a nutcracker looking, I guess you could say, pumpkin man, and I think it looks alright. Definitely not the worst thing. It's pretty cool, and it lights up as well, which is nice. Here we have a whole bunch of jack-o'-lantern stuff here. I'm not going to go into all of it, but the cookie jar is pretty cool. Here we have these two skeletons carrying a coffin, which is actually pretty neat. You could put stuff in there like candy, and it just works well. Take a look at the skeletons there. Now, if you get a lot of trick-or-treaters, you might need one of these giant candy bowls being held by these cool skeletons here. These are pretty nice, and again, that bowl is going to hold a lot of candy, so again, if you get a lot of trick-or-treaters, that's definitely for you. Now, here we have another item I love, this retro robot snow globe. It is so cool, and I love the Halloween coloring on it. That is just such an awesome little piece there that you would never expect to see. This plate here is really nice and very, very vintage Halloween style. I really like that. We got this cute little spider inside the pumpkin. That's awesome. Moving on to the next aisle now, we have so much more to look at, so what's the point in hesitating any longer? Let's get started with these witch statues, which aren't bad. These look nice. You got this spider here, which is pretty cool, and this bug-infested pumpkin, it looks like. Here we got this little pumpkin diorama here, which is pretty cool with the skeleton and the tree inside. A little happy Halloween bucket as well. This snow globe is for sure cool. This little cat with the witch hat and the pumpkin. Here we got some hanging skeletons, which are pretty interesting looking, definitely interestingly colored for sure. That wreath is pretty cool with the skulls on it, I do like that. This fancily dressed skeleton is pondering on a stack of books, which is pretty cool. Let's turn him on. He has a little color changing effect inside his rib cage, which is really nice actually. Do enjoy that little lighting feature there for sure. This jar or potion bottle with the eyes and stuff is really cool. That's a cool gargoyle inside the snow globe there. Here we got a chromatic skull, which is awesome. Again, with the Nutcracker style stuff, I don't really understand it for Halloween. It's very interesting, especially the cat. Now here we have the strangest piece, because I'm sure a lot of you guys already recognize that this is a very infamous animated tabletop item, or at least was, but this is a weird ceramic version of it. Basically, they redesigned the whole thing all fancy and stuff, I guess you could say, which is just so weird to see, but hey, I like it, I'll take it. I really like this little skull in the books here that lights up. That's awesome. I've always loved this little globe here with the three witches all around it. That's such a cool little item there. The skeleton bird is quite interesting, and it does light up as well, which is pretty cool. I don't really understand these, but we have some pink tombstones here. I'm really not sure why they're pink. That's such a strange design choice, and it doesn't really fit in with a lot of the other stuff here, so very weird. Here we have this little plush bat, which I thought was pretty cute. These snow globes are really cool. The one with all the eyeballs in it is awesome and very strange. And you got the cute little pumpkin made of yarn. Here we have an awesome one, which is a mouse that's a mummy mouse. Didn't expect to see that. And we have a normal mummy, or maybe even a vampire mummy with those teeth. Here we have our first animated item, but unfortunately the audio is copyrighted, so I can't play it. But this guy just dances around to, I believe, Gangnam Style, so that is pretty interesting for a Halloween decoration. But it is cool how it moves, and the animation is pretty solid on it. I like these mummies in a conga line there. That is pretty cool.
Alright everyone, that's going to do it for Halloween at Home Goods this year. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember, you can never outpixelate the pumpkin.